Hello and welcome or welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today, y'all, it is an ATEEZ kind of day. It's the In Your Fantasy official music video, highly requested. It came out July 10th, aka one whole week ago, because today is the 17th, and all I know is that it has 30,231 comments, sitting at almost 19 million views. And the 18 and non-18s alike have been tripping off this video since it dropped. I had to avoid Twitter. Okay, Instagram. Blue Sky, not so much. Because I'm not on the AT side of Blue Sky. I'm on the Sim side. So I was safe there. Had to not avoid TikTok because my algorithm is built a little different. It's mostly social justice TikToks, okay? But the girls, the guys, the theys and the thems, they've been tripping like crazy over this music video. All I know is your song better have lines. That's all I know. Because I noticed his lack of lines in Lemon Drop. And I'm going to keep it there and leave it and leave it for now. I'm going to try to keep it cute for the intro. Okay, but y'all, we got to get into it immediately because I'm ready to see what got everybody so feral. Because people is just out here being feral, like bold comments. I'm like, ooh, calm it down now. But yeah, like the girls, they really out here, y'all. Like I was surprised, like the way that some of these comments, I'm like, and this is just on AT Shorts after In Your Fantasy dropped. I have not looked at anything In Your Fantasy related on purpose, but the shorts that came after that ATEEZ dropped, some of them comments, y'all, some of y'all's getting too bold on this internet. And that's all I'm gonna say. On Beyonce's internet, y'all getting way too out of line and out of pocket. Decorum is needed in some of these cases. It's funny until it's not. And that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna get into this Patron shout out. And then we're going to go into this reaction. So the first Patron shout out will go out to Clover Me. The second Patron shout out will go out to Holly. The third Patron shout out will go out to Yaki. The fourth Patron shout out will go out to Gervaises. The fifth Patron shout out will go out to Bree. And the sixth and final Patron shout out will go out to Robin. I do want to thank y'all so much for your support on the Patreon. It really does mean the world to me. And also a big ups to lowly subscribers on YouTube, y'all. I see your comments. I see your likes, see your shares. Thank you. Very much appreciated. And also, if you watch this on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe, don't forget to do so. Support the channel. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah. But now we're going to get into the main event. Let me adjust my back pillow because I must be comfy in this little chair. Okay? Must be comfy at all times. And we're going to get into In Your Fantasy and just see... Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's see. All right, 6/25, 2020. Okay. Wait. Not the starting with, you know what? Let me mentally prepare myself. I'm going to go back a few seconds. Hold on. I will not apologize for the amount of times I pause here. I won't. It said Lucifer on it. Alrighty. What? Hello? Hello? I don't like being called out by K-pop artists in songs, the first 26 seconds of a song. I don't appreciate being called out of, I don't know why would you say that, sir? Number one, why would you even, I don't know what this means. But I don't like being called out in a song. I don't like being called out in a song. I'm grown and I got taste. And I will not be criticized in a song. I will not. You know what, ATEEZ? We're going to rewind. Because... Violence. What? Song what? 2? Yes, your song. What lap is you laying on? Wait, so before we get into you, Ouyang, with all this fine that's going on here, because we see it. Let's go back to your song and him having more than one line. Hold up. Who is this? What is going on? Cause we wanna peep the drama. Come on now, everybody is looking good though. It started with Songhwa, Yosan. Young is next. Y'all, everybody is looking delectable, delightful. They are saying a lot of grown and sexy shit though. And I love that because ATEEZ, like I said in Lemon Drop, is for the grown and sexy. Let's go. And the arm is showing? Ooh. Okay. Don't go, you wanna go ahead? Here for the chase, wanna piece, wanna taste. Yeah, I'm here for the case. So what? Wait. El Capitan, what are you saying right now? What are you saying right now? Ooh. Okay. Come on. I am shocked. I am shocked. But I see we got new people. But let's see. We got new faces. There's Eden is still always there. Okay, Pepperoni, Olive, Maddox, Door, Kiko, Tongzu, and Ball. Okay, they added some people. Because they wasn't always in the credits. Okay, let's see. So KQ Entertainment and Slate Visual Lab. Oh, okay. I like that. What else is here in your fantasy? It's something else. And I don't know what exactly to call this era for ATEEZ, but I have a feeling this has absolutely nothing to do with the lore, for sure. For sure, nothing to do with the lore in this case. I'm not going to even try to make any lore connections because I really don't even care. Okay, even if it did, I don't care. It's not what we're here for. It's in your fantasy. In your fantasy is the name of the track. I'm like, alrighty then, ATEEZ. Okay, Yosan though, singing the outro and getting more than one line, and everybody getting lines now and equal screen time. KQ got tired of the emails I see. KQ got tired of the emails. They got tired of people saying they was going to get active and get on a plane. Okay? And picket line outside their house. Okay, I'm like, KQ, you got to finally on game. Let's see this video again, y'all. And just bask in the excellence that this is. Because this is such a summer bop, actually. And we don't have a summer bop yet. Nobody has released a summer bop yet. Well, Shake It to the Max, but it wasn't released. Well, we can say the Shake It to the Max remix is a summer bop. Also, Tyler just released Is It? And that's kind of a summer bop. But In Your Fantasy is more in the vein of the actual summer bop. But yeah, we haven't had a summer bop yet. And we in July. We need something. And I think In Your Fantasy is filling that void. Because, yeah, nothing else feeling like a summer bop quite like this one right now. Because I've heard a lot of songs and I'm like, it's not hitting like this. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You gonna be in the club, dancing with that person that you know you wanna be a part of your fantasy. To this, that's a summer bop, okay? You gonna be at the cookout. Bumping and grinding, may I add, to this. ATEEZ knows what the people need. They saw a void and they filled it. Party is a party in this heart as hell. You know, last like a lucifer, devil in disguise, we know how this works. Handle it, this hit, okay, your managing this is a weakness in your name. Give it to desire, I can make you feel so. Tell me what you like, I love how they changed the color to black and white to highlight the red. It's the fact that the song is it's an English summer bop too. Like, we ain't going, you know, I'm like, I just, y'all, like, let's just, I gotta say that since this is a collaboration between KQ Entertainment and it looks like, from the looks of it, Slate Visual Lab, that does explain why the use of color is so intentional here, because like that's what I was noticing immediately. Like it was transition from cool tones to like a bluish hue, kind of giving like ice on my teeth tones, to a more reddish tone, which is more in the line of a fantasy, kind of like I wouldn't say a burlesque-esque light, but that's the only way I can describe it. It's like a burlesque-esque light that they usually use. That's why I was like peeping the scene where it was all 8 of them, and they were in the shadow form of themselves. And I was like, oh, that was a nod. That was a nod. Because if you know of, even if you've never been to a burlesque show, if you know of a show, just the sensuality aspect of it, more than anything, is what sells at a burlesque show. So, like, yeah, that's what it was giving. It's definitely giving grown and sexy, like I said in Lemon Drop. Yeah, like I said in Lemon Drop, it's definitely giving grown and sexy. Definitely. I love that it's at a place to where it seems like ATEEZ and ATEEZ, out of all the fandoms that I've seen, because I've only really been on hiatus from Army because the way Hy-B Entertainment is moving, or Hy-B Inc., whatever it's called, formerly known as Big Hit Entertainment, the way they moving with the Zionism and everything, I'm on a hiatus from that whole situation until they get their act together. And even then, I may never go back. That's where I'm at. But when it comes to ATEEZ and ATEEZ, it doesn't ever seem like it's a toxic fandom, and it sometimes felt like that being an Army, to be for real, especially being a Black Army. So the way that like ATEEZ just lets ATEEZ be, and even like it seems like it's working its way to something. I'm not sure if it's going to be a completely new sound for ATEEZ, but it seems like they've been building this for a hot minute, and we're coming on the 7th year, I do believe, of ATEEZ being a group. So, good things come in 7, okay? So, I'm like, well, it seems like they're going to be evolving their sound. I'm not sure what that means for the lore, but I feel like this is the end of the Golden Hour arc, and we are getting into some new territory, because they got these amazing collaborations that I've noticed now. So, I'm like, we're going to see what ATEEZ got for us, but in terms of in your fantasy, I really like it. Like, they know that ATEEZ is ready for grown and sexy music and gave us just that. And I like how this one is not just for international ATEEZ, but it really was a nod to some of the edits that international ATEEZ makes for ATEEZ. And I mean, they're all grown men. I think the youngest is literally 25 this year. So I feel like they're going into that grown men era. They've been in it, but they're really leaning into it when it comes to creativity wise. And I really love that for them, because you get tired of people like infantilizing you, and you just want to let people know that I'm grown and sexy and cute, but grown and sexy first. And I'm like, yeah, we've been knew that, you know, must be stopped. No, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, because what the hell? Since ice on my teeth, sir, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. I've been noticing you acting a fool in the best way since ice on my teeth. I don't know what's gotten into you, sir, but never let it stop. Okay, because we love to see it. We love to see it. I don't know when it went from like golden retriever energy to just Dom energy, but you keep on the path you in, because this is your lane for real. This is your lane for real, and don't let nobody deter you from it. Stay in this lane. Stay in this lane, because we riding in that car with you. Okay, ATEEZ is right there with you, because damn. And there's your son. You really is a Doberman. You really is. You really is a Doberman, and we ain't never gonna never call you a Maltese again because that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm just like, I feel like your son is so subtle with with everything that he does, but intentional as well. So I feel like yeah, he's been that one, and now that it seems like he was making sure that he's being highlighted because ATEEZ has been all up on him for it. I love this. I love seeing him getting more lines. I love seeing Young getting more lines. Young's dark hair is back, reigning supreme. I think last time I checked, he was blonde, but dark hair in this video was back. And Songwa with the inches is making me think they recorded this particular song and the music video before they did Lemon Drop. I feel like Lemon Drop technically came after this music video was filmed, and nobody could tell me no different because it just seems like that's just how it was filmed. In Your Fantasy seems like it was filmed first, but they didn't want to release it first, so they released Lemon Drop first, and then In Your Fantasy after, even though it wasn't done that way. Kind of like how Beyonce did Cowboy Carter way before she did Renaissance, but she released Renaissance first for some reason. Well, no, I know why. She released Renaissance first because a pandemic happened, and then she released Cowboy Carter. It's giving that. It's giving that. And I'm hoping we see some Grammy nominations because I have a feeling I haven't listened to Golden Hour Part 2, 3, or Golden Hour Part 3 in Your Fantasy yet, but I will soon. I'm hoping they get some Grammy nominations because it seemed like this is going to be Grammy worthy. It just seemed like that. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like it's there. It's going there. So we'll see if that's the direction that they're going to take. As for lore, there was nothing about this that gave lore except for the mask and the random people who had masks on, but it could be like a masquerade ball or like a private event to where you're not supposed to know who's actually watching you. It adds to the experience of it all. So I'm thinking it's more of in the vein of In Your Fantasy than it is lore. Unless they're trying to seduce their enemies. I don't know, because Song was at a vault. I don't know, maybe the power of sexy really can solve all issues, because I'm down for that plot. And this brings me down to my final point, which is that ATEEZ deserves their own K-drama. Why, you may ask? Because vampires. The way this is so in the vein of a vampire, like a gothic ass vampiric K-drama that is just so amazingly dramatic, yet so obnoxious at the same time. Like the way that this could work, the dichotomy of it all, it could really work out in their favor. And I need somebody to write it, produce it, and have ATEEZ star in it. All 8 of them. Like, because we could have this. This could be a K-drama I would buy into. Because I've been bored with K-dramas lately, which is why y'all have not seen no reactions from me in terms of K-dramas. Because I get bored with them after like 7 episodes. I get bored and I eventually just drop it, just to pick it up again after a few years. So I feel like ATEEZ would be my reason to come back to K-dramas. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I was all over the place. I don't know if I made any kind of sense. However, that is me. And I love that for me. It's very Yosan of me. And I like that. I like that a lot because it's a sign of intelligence. That's what I would say. And that's it. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all like this reaction. I was not too shocked. Like, I thought the way people was hyping it up, I thought it was gonna be a lot more than what it was. But the lyrical content alone, saying all that in the first 26 seconds, I was like, oh, y'all came to kill. Y'all came to kill. Because is every ATEEZ kryptonite. Yosan, too. Yosan is the final form of kryptonite. Superman himself would fall at his knees. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to try to keep it cute. I'm going to try. But, it's something about, and Yosan, these last couple of comebacks for me, that is making me rethink my bias. Because I thought my biases were just San, Mingi, and Songhwa. And, like Yosan was like a bias wrecker. But nah, I just think I stand all five. So it's it's Miggy, it's Sungwa, it's San, and it's Yosan. Like, and also I love me some Hongjoon and some Uyung and some Jungkook as well. But I think my bias is the five. Okay. But I got love for all eight because eight does make one team and eight does make one visual. Okay. Know that forever. They make one visual. But yes, y'all, I need to see them in a K-drama. I need to see them in a film. Something. KQ needs to produce something. If the studios in Korea don't want to pick up what I'm putting down, and what ATEEZ has been putting down for years, KQ needs to make their own show and have ATEEZ start it. I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, y'all, if y'all enjoyed this reaction, let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about In Your Fantasy. I feel like it was very demure, very mindful. Like that's what In Your Fantasy was giving. It was giving very demure, very mindful. It wasn't lyrically, it was pushing the envelope, but visually it was still very demure, very mindful. Like there's some ways they could have done more, because like when people were saying it was crazy, I was thinking me, okay, as an American, okay, like I was thinking, if y'all have ever seen Rihanna's Needed Me music video, I was thinking when people were saying it was crazy, I was thinking of like the strip club scene in that particular music video, because that I was flabbergasted. My flabber stays gasted. Even now, when I go back to look at that music video, I'm like, well, they let this on YouTube? Like that kind of a thing. Or at least in a more calmer vein, Rihanna's Pour It Up music video. I was like, okay, like I would understand, but I thought it was going to be way worse. But it was very cool. It was very tasteful. Let's just say that. Like it wasn't doing too much. It was still keeping in the very conservative box, kind of a little breaking out of that box that Korea had. So I was like, they couldn't do too much, but they did just enough there. So yeah, y'all, let me know your thoughts. And if you stayed all the way to the end of this reaction, thank y'all so much for watching. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, you're a subscriber on the channel, thank you so much for being a subscriber. And if you're watching this video on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do not forget to do so if you'd like to support the channel further. And last but not least, a lovely thank you to all the patrons on Patreon, y'all. Your support is so very much appreciated. And now we're going to get into the nitty gritty, the current events of my settler colony / country, and our moment of solidarity. I haven't really seen anything crazy and that has been happening, well, enough to move me, okay, in the settler colony. I do know ICE is still trying to traverse in California, and they're getting towed away. Those cars are getting towed. They're being left out in the open to fend them for themselves. I love to see it. I laugh at them, because how are you going to arrest somebody with no car? How are you going to do that? I even heard this little settler colonies / country's little vice president that nobody in their right mind voted for was out here thinking he was going to have a parlay at Disneyland and in California, while being so anti-California and calling Disney too woke. Okay. And got chased out by Californians, telling him to go back to his little country. Not go back to his little country, because he's from here. He is a European American from the settler colony. But to go back to his little state and to go back to the little White House that he came from. And if he wants to go anywhere, he should be going to Disney World in Florida, where he belongs. And I was like, y'all kind of ate that up. And I just want y'all to know that y'all ate that up. I love my people. I love California so down. I love us so bad. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's been happening. And then I do hear about the, if y'all heard about the Epstein files and lying ass bitches in Congress and office and all the lanes trying to say that there were no files. I'm like, so the man got murdered for no reason in his prison cell? Is that what you're trying to make me believe? The man who had all this dirt on the billionaires and the multi-millionaires of the world on his little pedophilic island / rapist island, who recorded all the evidence Now there's no tapes. Y'all, do they think we're dumb? I'm just thinking, like, does the American government think we are dumb? To where you really think that we gonna think that there's no tape? I'm not even gonna get into it because I'm gonna mind the business that pay me. Okay, and I'm gonna stay in black people's business, but just hearing that little nonsense, I was like, okay, y'all, something's going on. That's all I'm gonna say. And then we got, what else do we have going on in this little settler colony? That's pretty much it for now, y'all. But don't forget to support your Native people. They got some things going on within the Native community, and they're still fighting it. They've been fighting regardless of what administration is over this settler colony known as the US of A. Indigenous people, these administrations are still going to be trying to disenfranchise them, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. So do make sure that you take the time and care to listen to what Indigenous people have to say, to support and donate to Indigenous people. If you know of situations that are happening, if you are near tribal lands, or if you live on tribal lands and you are not Indigenous, or if you want to support Indigenous people, especially the causes of missing and murdered Indigenous women, especially just Indigenous women as a whole, don't forget to follow the donation links in the link tree. I'm going to spread it throughout this video, just links in general and info cards, so you'll know what to expect on the link tree. And now we're going to get into what's happening in other parts of the world that unfortunately my settler colony, aka the US of A, is responsible for as well. We have what's going on in Congo. There is still a cholera outbreak. They still need donations to rebuild and to help people, so the children still get education. So don't forget to donate to Focus Congo. Don't forget to stay not buying new tech. Don't buy no new iPhones. Don't buy no new Samsungs. Nothing that all has stolen tech in it stolen minerals, in it from the Congo that were illegally sourced, unethically sourced, and that's blood tech. So try not to buy anything new. If you do have to buy something new, buy it cheaply, third-party. I'm talking about eBay-ly, OfferUp-ly, pawn shop-ly. Do something to where these big corporations ain't really seeing much of that profit. Okay? If somebody is advertising something like new, buy that instead of the new. Buy that instead. Make sure you inspect it, but buy that instead. For real. There's so many good things. I got this refurbished, honey. Okay, I got this little phone right here refurbished. And it's like a S23 or something refurbished. I'm filming on a phone that is literally 5 years old in October. It's like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G edition. That is exactly what I'm recording on right now. So you don't got to buy nothing new. Even my computer that's right over here, that's why I look over here sometimes, because I got two screens. Old. It's not new. It's from 3 years ago. Okay, so you don't got to buy nothing new. So remember that always. Remember, refurbished is the best way to go. Like new, renewed, whatever you want to call it. Just don't buy it new for now. It's solidarity. Also, what's happening in Sudan, don't forget to donate where you can. We'll put some links up. They'll be in the link tree. $1 or just share. Sometimes you don't even have to donate money yourself. Just share it around to the people who follow you so that it can get on the algorithms, like, notice. And so it can be pushed further to other people. That's all we really got to do. We just share that and we see change through that share. So make sure you do that as well. And don't forget to peep the link tree for other places where we could stand in solidarity, including Cameroon, just more information, and Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen. Don't forget about them as well in your advocacy. And yeah, y'all, just remember to stay safe. Stay positive. Know that even though we are advocating for things that are really crazy and horrific, like genocide, to end, you got to remember that it will end. Because nothing can last forever. And too many people know now what we didn't 2 years ago. And it's not going to end the way that the wrongdoers wanted to end. Just remember that, to stay positive and to have that radical optimism. Once again, I did not know that was a Dua Lipa album. But she right on that. Have that radical optimism. always see the brighter side of things, know that things will get better, and continue to support causes that matter to you, regardless of what people have to say, because at the end of the day, history will remember where you stood. And you always want to say you stood on the right side of things. And I'll leave y'all with that. So until the next reaction, y'all. Bye.